Hello guys, I wanted to check in with each of you all and see if you had a chance one day throughout the week to study the book of Ezekiel. So that is one of the reasons too why I go ahead and I will post it earlier or just give you a few days to tune in or just read a chapter or two from this week's focus here, which is the book of Ezekiel for Bible study for this particular week here. And so now I'm just coming in at the end now to sum up what we all were looking at, and we were concentrating on the book of Ezekiel, the first through the third chapters this week here. And to sum up what we've been talking about, Ezekiel, first of all, he was a priest, okay, that believed in God. And at the time, he was witnessing all the chaos that was going on around him, but the people were still being rebellious. They were refusing to see that God was speaking, and they refused to acknowledge his presence. And at this point now, in the timeline of the story here, they have now been conquered by the Babylonian Empire. They are now in exile, but they still refuse to listen. So here comes Ezekiel, who was sent by God to remind the people of their behavior. God told him to not be afraid, and Ezekiel was sent to be as a watchman for the people of Israel. However, God was using Ezekiel to be his mouthpiece to speak to the people, even though they were refusing to listen. God was telling Ezekiel to do your part, whether they listen or not. And today, in our society, we can relate to what Ezekiel was going through. But we still need to encourage others. We still have to do our part because we still have a duty that we need to do. There's one particular scripture here, Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, the 19th verse. It states that, "But if you do warn the wicked person and they do not turn from their wickedness or from their evil ways, they will die for their sin. But you will have saved yourself." So continue to do what is right in the eyes of God for the people or a rebellious people. Continue to remind them of their evil ways. Continue to encourage them to follow Christ. And another scripture here in the 3rd chapter, the 27th verse, it states, "Whoever will listen, let them listen. And whoever will refuse, let them refuse. For they are a rebellious people." And so whenever you look at this too, it's telling you to go out and encourage people. But how do you handle people like this if they are so rebellious? And so my advice is this: wait on the Lord to give you further instruction on how to deal with these rebellious people, because today we are living in a rebellious time. God needs us to continue to watch over the people and encourage them, even though they are refusing to listen. So we just got to do our part. Encourage them, motivate them, inspire them. Do your part, because God needs you to do your part, whether it's on your job, whether it's on your community, whether it's in your household, whether it's with your friends or your family members. God needs you to do your part. All right? So I hope that encouraged you, inspired you. Maybe it answered a prayer or something that you've been thinking about this past week here of how to go about handling a situation. So do your part, listen for God, be alert, and do your duty. All right? See y'all.